It's not exactly a secret at this point that the Marvels was the biggest disaster in the history of the MCU. I guess we should put a caveat on that. The biggest disaster of the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. It can always get worse. And just when you think it can't, you usually end up having something like that. Like if you made it all the way to the end of the Marvels and you thought, man, this is shit. I couldn't imagine it getting any worse than this. And then you stayed around for the last scene where they tease Miss Marvel and the Young Avengers. You realize, oh, this does have the capability to get worse. We started seeing articles like this. Does Marvel set up the Young Avengers? Are these young heroes finally getting their own project? Rumor, Marvel planning Young Avengers film led by Iman Vellani's Miss Marvel. And of course, virtually all the people that would be along with her in that would be women. A lot of the characters that have replaced other characters, whether it's America Chavez, whether it's Kate Bishop, whether it's Ant-Man's daughter, Cassie Lang, all these young female heroes getting together for a Young Avengers movie would just be about the worst thing you could possibly imagine, that the worst route for Marvel to go down at this point in time. So, of course, people are very worried that they might actually do that, despite the fact that although people like Iman Vellani and she seems really nice as a person, when it comes to people caring about her character, it just doesn't happen. Miss Marvel, the least watched Marvel show. Less than 1 million people tuning in for the premiere episode. And certainly nobody else came out to support her when she was in the movie The Marvels. However, she's been told by Marvel that they are still going to bring her back to the MCU. They just have no fucking idea when. Miss Marvel star Iman Vellani has, quote, been assured by Marvel she'll return to the MCU, though she doesn't know when. Take a look at this. When Polygon sat down with Vellani in advance of this Saturday's 2024 Anime Awards, we had to know, have the folks behind the MCU assured her that Miss Marvel has a place in its future? A lot of changes going on at Marvel, aren't there? A lot of things getting restructured and thrown out and rebooted and things like that. When it comes to Miss Marvel, they say she's still got a place there. I've been assured, she replied, and continued with good humor. So that feels good. But there was no more assurance than that. They gave me breadcrumbs, and I try to make a meal out of it. So basically, they talked to Marvel, and they said, you're definitely coming back. Iman, you're going to come back from Miss Marvel. Of course you are. She asked the question, well, when? What project? Well, we don't know. We don't know what we're going to do, but we know we're going to use you going forward, though. I really do think that this was the plan. You saw it teased in the Marvels. They were going to do as cringe as the Marvels was. They were going to do an even more cringe, Generation Z, right? Gen Zers get together. Let's do a team up of Gen Z female superheroes, and we're going to do the Young Avengers. I really do think that that was the plan for them going forward. I don't think there's any chance in hell. After all the failures we've seen, I think that if they did have plans for that, they shit can it. I just, as bad as been, as stupid as they've been, it's tough for me to imagine them actually going through with it. And if they were, she'd probably actually know what the fuck she's doing instead of being completely in the dark. Listen, I do like Iman Vellani. I think it's cool that she really fucking cares about the character. She loves comic books. She's telling people on the set, you shouldn't change this. You should keep this from the origin story. At the end of the day, the character that she plays is not one that I'm interested in seeing in any way, shape, or form throughout the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't think a lot of other people are too. That's why she had the worst performing show for Marvel on Disney+. That's one of the reasons why no one showed up for the Marvels. So the idea that Marvel promises, she's coming back. Miss Marvel's coming back. Don't you worry. But they can't give her any type of answer on when she's coming back or in what project. In all likelihood, because they also know, the people that are trying to fix the MCU, they also know that there's no interest in this character anymore.